What's going on, kids? Another little vlog. We are heading to Front Range on Shawnee Mission Parkway. Cole's on the old panty with Hannah. We just did an oil change on it. Just put some brand new Motul 7100 oil in it. Cleaned the chain, checked the tire pressure. Just a little basic maintenance on it. And then Nikki's on her glorious 2001 Ducati 996 Giallo Fly by Posto. That is as good as they get on the Ducatis. I've done a vlog with it, but here's some exterior shots of it, and we'll get to see it rolling down the road here shortly. I did a kickstand switch on it today and worked on it. That's all I do is wrench on bikes. If I'm not wrenching on equipment for my job, I'm working on motorcycles. So, yeah, poor Hannah on the back of that thing. God bless that girl. That's the most miserable bike in the world to ride. I can't even imagine being a passenger on it. I still joke, I'm just the asshole that makes the payments on it, but all my friends ride that bike. I never ride it anymore. They're very few and far between. I'm on the slow bike tonight. I'm on my 2016 Thruxton. Thank God I did a gear swap on it, so it'll somewhat keep up with these guys. We're doing a nice little city bomb. It's been a hot day today here in Kansas City. Just kind of waiting for that sun to go down. It's kind of golden hour right now. Just ate at the old Tipsy Taco out in Blue Springs. It's a great little taco joint. It's right next to a liquor store. Now you know it's legit. Little cantina. They only played Santana there. I was joking that is the ultimate cantina song is, what is it, Smooth by Rob Thomas and Santana. They just beat that thing with a shovel its whole life at any cantina style restaurant. But thank God it's not a chain. It is a cute, quaint little place. And it's nice if you drive your fancy car, you can park it right out front and sit right next to it at the table. And look at it. Jay Leno has a saying. He says, if I can't see my car from where I'm eating, we don't eat there. And I have that same philosophy with the bikes, with the cars, with anything. If I don't have visual eyes on it, we don't go there. God, that's two beautiful motorcycles. That's the best that Ducati, I think, has ever done. I think the 996 is better in every way than the modern V4. The V4, you just get absolute ungodly amounts of power. That bike will do a backflip at 200 miles an hour. It's so capable. And the 996 is perfect because it can never really override its chassis. It's perfectly balanced with power and chassis. And that's the last of the kind of trellis frame Ducatis of when they were just tube trellis style versus the modern chassis on a V4. Look at that golden hour sunshine right there. Just about to hit 10,000 miles on this. It's crazy, I've had this bike for a while and I've only put about 3,000 miles on it the whole time I've owned it for like 4 or 5 years. She's just a coffee shop gal, that's all this bike is, little cafe bike. This thing is so stable though, oh my God, you can fall asleep riding this thing, it's so smooth. All my friends that ride this bike are so shocked with how smooth it is. Oh, loves that V4S. Everybody loves that thing. Hey, can I borrow your Ducati? It's a nice bike, man. You mind if I go borrow it? Hey, I want to use it for a photo shoot. Yeah, sure, whatever. 996. We're so full in the garage with bikes, we really can't take any more on, but I keep seeing 900 SS Super Sports come up for sale, like a 95. And my cousin and I, we love that bike and lust after it. Hunter S. Thompson wrote a review on that, which was kind of shocking. There we go, 10,000 miles. Which is kind of shocking. Hunter S. Thompson writing a review on a motorcycle, but he called it I think the sausage creature. And you can look it up. And there's a video of someone reading it on YouTube. It's truly bizarre. The way that Hunter wrote his literature style was just, you know, otherworldly, spoken in first person as a gonzo journalism, like you're writing a monologue on what you're witnessing is how Hunter was, and hearing his comments on that motorcycle, it really just makes it something you want to own. You hear a man talk so passionately about something, you want to know what it's about, you know? I'm sure it's like my other Ducatis, but I'm sure it's just a little bit different and a little bit its own unique entity. So I would really like to find me a really, really, really nice one. I want a red one, 94, 95, 900 SS Super Sport. Big old square headlight. I'll have to put that on the agenda. Get up here and look at these bikes. Look at that thing. Cole doesn't have any mirrors, so he has no idea I'm right here. Look at that baby. There's a pothole that nearly killed me the other day. Look at him go. Nicky on the 996 over here. Look at that. Boy, that's a fucking bike right there. They don't make women like that or motorcycles like that anymore. There's a gang. Let's bomb, baby. There we go. Show you what a Thruxton will do. You kids can't keep up. Pusher 6 gear, 120. Let's go, baby. There we go. Knee down. Hit the bump. Hit the bump. Bend curve. Let's go down to 5th. Ride that rear brake into the corner. There we go. There we go. There's some fucking action for you. There we go. Damn, I wish those kids on their Ducatis could keep up. Damn. There we go. Alright, Nicky wants to party. Let's go. Come on, big Thruxton, keep up with them. You're asking a lot of this bike to do these kind of speeds. The chassis will do it. Oh my god, the suspension. This is the most stable bike. I could just throw this thing into corners. There we go. Man, it sucks. There's always some woman in a Kia in front of you. Get it, Nick. Get it. There we go. Pull back there. Come on, Cole. Use all 215 of that bitch. this corner here. Give it some throttle. Look at that. Knee down. Knee down. Yep. No chicken strips on this bitch. That's how it's done, kids. That's crazy. Look at this. Just complete. Slow down here. I guess it's only 55 through here. But yeah, this bike, these Showa forks on these R models, this has the big Brembo M50 calipers. It's so crazy. The chassis is so much more than what the engine can deliver on this motorcycle, but in my opinion, it's perfect. I mean, if you're somewhat of a new rider and you want to just really get good at riding itself without being scared of power, this is truly the perfect experience because you get insane styling with this motorcycle, insane chassis geometry on here. It's crazy. This is a freaking Bonneville chassis that they have modified to handle this well. It's truly remarkable. But you know, it only makes like 100 horsepower and it weighs 500 pounds. She's a big girl. And that's some people, they just want a little bit more than that, so they'll go buy a Z6R, or they'll go buy a, you know, 750 Suzuki, and that's cool. But I'm telling you what, you pull up to a gas station or anywhere with that Suzuki, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about it. Versus if you pull up to it with a Thruxton R, people are like, damn, what the hell is that? But not everybody can be as exclusive as I am with motorcycles. Yeah, I think any motorcycle with around 100 horsepower and sub 400 pounds, that's really all you need for the street. You know, you can, just like that, we're pushing this bike to its engine limits out here on the highway, hitting these corners at 100 plus, and it's perfect. See if we can get around these kids. There goes old St. Nick. Look at that girl go there. Thought I could watch her all day. Get that bike. God, that's a motorcycle. Look at that Olin shock, vertical shock. Show of fronts on that baby, Brembos. Damn, look at these kids in their SL500 here, boy, that's a cool car. Traction control. I always forget to turn that off. This thing is so much more raw when you turn that off. It's got a lot of nannies in it. I think I've got to be at a stop to turn that off, I'm pretty sure. Problem with owning so many freaking motorcycles, you can't remember how to work all of them. If you learn one, then you go ride another one and you forget. Yeah, I think the speedometer has to be at 0 miles per gallon. Off. There we go, baby. Now we're ready to boogie. Yeah, this Thruxton R, man. This is one hell of a bike. Aston Martin did the gauges in this, and there's so much styling. Like, look at this cockpit. It's you couldn't design anything more beautiful than where you're sitting right now. Let's see if we can do a little wheelie on her. You can hang it up a little bit more than that, but I don't get too ballsy with this. Let me tell you what, dropping this thing, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. everything's fine. And it's so planted. You know, the Thruxtons, they come with aluminum wheels on them that are so lightweight. You know, if you really do your research and get a really lightweight sport tire on this motorcycle, oh my God, these things just are like glued to the road. This has got a really old set of Continentals on it. They're like 4 or 5 years old, these tires on here, so they're not fresh to death by any means. Let's see if I can remember how to get to this coffee shop off memory. I need to get on Shawnee Mission Parkway, so I need to pay attention. On Ward Parkway, it is so beautiful over here. I can't imagine having the money to live over here. Let's see, get over here. Hey, Cole's right there. No, follow me. Unless you want to get drug. You go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. Let that clutch out, girl. Let's see what you got. There it is, Shawnee Mission. I found it, kids. I found it. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Yeah, Nikki don't want any smoke. There you go. You didn't want no part of that. I'll have to edit that out. I'll have to edit that out. No, we're keeping that. Look at these kids over here, just giggling, just giggling. Tell you, this road right here, there's no cops on it, and you can just throw knee. Those big Brimbos going, look at that. Man, this thing stops. You can just dive on the brakes on this motorcycle and she just, bam, comes right to a stop. Loads up the chassis perfectly on, and I can't even describe it. You get such braking confidence with this thing because it doesn't dive. It just comes to a halt. It's so crazy. It's like you throw out an anchor on this thing every time you grab these brakes. They're so freaking good. Boy, it's a hot one tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know how these kids are doing it over here. I'm sure they're cooking. Those big old V-twins, each one of them got a cylinder under their ass. Not me, mine's in front of me. Twin, baby. That's a triumph right there. That's a fucking triumph. That downshift. Boy, they work these twins over so well, these new 1200 series. This is the HP engine, and man, they put their research into this thing because it's perfect. All I've done is headers on this thing, race headers and stock mufflers is the only modification. It just saves a ton of weight and knocks down the heat by making a free-flowing exhaust. Here we are, kids. Front range. Let's be bastards and park right here. That. Look at these kids here on their motorbikes. All right, kids, end of vlog.